In a vast and sun-soaked savanna, where tall grasses swayed like waves and the distant horizon shimmered with heat, there lived a mighty lion. He was feared by all, the king of the beasts, a creature of immense strength and majestic presence. His roar echoed for miles, sending birds into the sky and animals fleeing for shelter. But for all his might and the power he held, the lion was lonely. Other animals only approached him in fear or necessity. None dared to sit beside him, share a laugh, or offer a kind word. His kingdom stretched wide, yet in his heart there was a quiet emptiness. One hot afternoon, as the lion lay beneath the shade of an old baobab tree, he noticed a small creature approaching. It was a dog, scruffy, thin, with one ear flopped over and a tail that wagged as if greeting an old friend. The lion lifted his massive head and let out a low, rumbling growl, not out of anger, but as a warning. Any other animal would have turned and fled, but not this dog. The little dog stopped a few feet away, sat down, and tilted his head. "Was that a growl, or are you just trying to clear your throat?" he asked playfully. The lion blinked, surprised. No one had ever spoken to him like that, so casually, so fearlessly. For a moment, the lion didn't know what to say. Then, something unexpected happened. He chuckled. It was a deep, rumbling sound that startled even himself. The dog grinned and wagged his tail. "You look like you could use some company," he said. The lion studied the little dog for a moment, then nodded. "Perhaps I could," he replied. And from that moment on, the two became inseparable. Each day, the dog would come to the lion's den, bringing stories, energy, and laughter. He would yap about the funny things he'd seen: ants marching in straight lines, birds arguing in the trees, or a turtle that refused to move for hours. The lion, once solemn and silent, began to smile more often. Sometimes they played games. The dog would dart between the lion's paws, teasing him into a gentle chase. Other times, they would rest together, the dog curled up beside the lion's golden mane, both basking in the warmth of the afternoon sun. Word of their unusual friendship spread across the savannah. Many animals were confused. Why would a powerful lion keep a dog as a companion, they asked. But the lion didn't care. For the first time in his life, he wasn't alone. He had a friend, not a subject or a servant, but someone who saw beyond his roar and his title. Seasons passed, and their bond only deepened. But as is the way with all stories, change came without warning. One morning, the lion woke to find the dog missing. He waited all day, watching the path the dog usually ran along. But no bark, no paw prints, no cheerful tail in sight. The lion's heart grew heavy. He searched the savannah, roaring the dog's name, frightening creatures he didn't mean to scare. Days turned into a week, but there was no sign of his little friend. Eventually, the lion learned the truth. A group of travelers had passed through the edge of the savannah. Seeing the small, friendly dog alone, they assumed he was a stray. They took him, hoping to give him a better life in a distant city. They had no idea the dog belonged to a lion, the king of the wild. Upon hearing this, the lion returned to his den, his heart aching. The grass didn't seem as green, the sun not as warm. Though he remained powerful, though the animals still bowed before him, the joy had drained from his eyes. He would sit beneath the same baobab tree where they first met, staring into the distance, hoping to hear that familiar bark just once more. But the dog never returned. Still, the lion never forgot. He remembered every tale, every game, every quiet afternoon shared in peace. The memory of that unlikely friendship lived on in his heart like a soft flame, comforting, enduring, and full of meaning. It taught him something no battle ever could, that true friendship has nothing to do with strength, size, or fear. It's about connection, trust, and the joy of being seen for who you truly are. So, when you hear tales of fierce lions ruling the wild, remember this one. Of a lion and a dog, a king and a wanderer, who found something rare in a world ruled by instinct, companionship. And that, perhaps, is the most powerful bond of all. The moral of the story teaches us that true friendship is not bound by size, strength, or status. It is built on trust, loyalty, and kindness.